Hey guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics. It's all about classic bodybuilding here. So I'm going to show you my workout split, which has been altered a little bit compared to last time, because last time I was cutting and now I am lean bulking. And the main difference is that the volume is a little less. Added a shoulder day, and I'm still keeping in the superset days. And I'm gonna explain everything to you in this video why I chose to do so. And during the cutting phase I used to do muscle groups twice a week, and now except for legs I do everything once a week. I believe in lean bulking that you really should focus on building the muscle rather than overworking the muscle too much. So for the ones who don't really care for the long explanation, I'm just putting the two images of my workout split, it's 2 weeks, right here, right now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Week number 1. So we start out with week 1, and as always I like starting out the week with legs, my weak part. And I train legs twice a week on Monday and Thursday, and right now it's the only main muscle group I train twice a week year round. And I put most emphasis on the body parts I like to increase in size, which my legs cannot get enough of. So on a Monday I do the basic movements, as you can see, like back squats, going as deep as I can, aiming to go deeper every time. And I also like doing hack squats, lunges, leg extensions and calves on this day. And the rep scheme is about 10 to 12 on the heavy compounds and about 15 reps on the lighter exercises. So now Tuesday comes around, and now we hit the back. And I combine this with traps and also triceps. I really want to use this period of lean bulking to work on my weak points, as everyone should. And triceps is another one of my weak points, especially the long head. So you'll see me doing more tricep work compared to bicep work for a while. So anyway, for back I always like doing a lat pull down, narrow grip pull down, and some rowing exercises like the barbell row and the T-bar row. And except for legs, I do pretty much every compound exercise pyramid style. So 12, 10, 8, 6 reps usually. And every time I go up a set, so for example, I first do 12 reps with a weight, and then I increase the weight the next set when I do 10 reps, and so forth. And sometimes I might work specifically on the width or specifically on the thickness of the back. And if I would work on the width, I would do a lot of pulling exercises, and for thickness I would do a lot of rowing exercises. And I combine back with the traps. It's a nice tie-in, and my trap thickness could use some work. The lower back thickness is pretty much there, but the upper back can use some more. So that's why I do exercises like different types of shrugs and trying to squeeze the traps backwards instead of just going up to really work on the thickness. And then lastly, for triceps, I usually do only one exercise for 6 sets or even more, usually a long head exercise, really focusing on that one exercise. I don't want to do too much on one day, but this means doing an overhead exercise like the skull crusher, the French press, the dumbbell extension, or the overhead rope extension. And I make sure to go all out during this exercise because it's the only exercise that I train tricep with on this day. And then it's time for Wednesday, one of my favorite days because now we do the chest, which can never be big enough. I want to achieve that Arnold Schwarzenegger golden era classic chest. And we also train side delts and abs on this day. And I'll show some ab exercises I do throughout the week at the end of the video. And for chest, I like doing the basics like the bench press, as you can see right here, the inclined bench press, the dumbbell flies, And those 3 exercises are the basis for me. I always include them in my workouts for chest, and for side delts it's usually the side dumbbell lateral raise, because to me that exercise really is the best to build your side delts. Lightweight, volume, contracting, and even stretching the side delts. Really having that mind muscle connection is important. And then we hit Thursday, another leg day, and today we train the quads again, but also emphasizing the hamstrings. So on this day I like to split the quads and the hamstrings without making the workout unnecessarily long. So usually I do 2 basic exercises, like the back squat and the hack squat for the quads, and then a dumbbell lunge as a tie-in exercise, and then start doing the hamstrings by doing, as you can see, the laying leg curl, the seated leg curl, and the stiff-legged deadlift. With either the barbell or the dumbbell, or a hyperextension, and as always finishing off with the calves. And then on Friday it's a shoulder day, and this is the first main difference compared to my other workout split where I didn't have a separate shoulder day at all. I already had proportionate shoulders pretty much from doing from all the other exercises that they just automatically grew, but since I have incorporated it, I have seen great gains, especially the side and rear delts, the 3D effect, so I'm definitely keeping it in. And as you may know, I never do any front delt work, so no pressing, no military press, no dumbbell press, and I feel that while doing chest I already worked my front delts enough already, so hitting them again would overpower the rest. At least that's the case for me personally. So I like starting out with the side delts, doing side lateral raises and wide grip upright rows usually, and then follow up with some posterior delt exercises or rear delt exercises like the reverse cable flies, and also the high crane exercise. That's right, I try to combine rear delts and traps on this day too, and really fill out the entire shoulder and upper back area. So I also mentioned at the beginning that I like doing upper chest on this day as well, and sometimes I include it when I feel like it. One week I would and the other I wouldn't. It depends on how I feel that day, but I like putting it in when I feel like having a satisfactory pump. And then we hit the last day of week 1, the arm day, because I want to work on my triceps. I start out with the triceps every time I do arms until they catch up with the biceps. So I would do like 4 exercises, hitting all 3 heads of the triceps first. This exercise, the French press, would work the long head, and this exercise is more for the medial head, and this exercise is more for the small head of the triceps. So at least hitting all those 3 heads before moving on to the biceps. And during biceps I also do about 3 to 4 exercises, and I like doing lots of concentration and close grip work, while at least putting in 1 heavy basic exercise like the regular barbell curl for bicep mass. Week number 2. So guys, now it is week 2 and Monday comes around again. And again, legs do not change every week of the year, 2 times a week. So we start out again with basic exercises for the quads, the back squat or the hack squat, the leg press and lunges, and then finishing up with calves as always. And now it starts to get interesting, guys. This week, as you saw at the beginning, is a superset week. So now Tuesday comes around, and remember, last Tuesday was a back day, so now we also start out with back. But because it's the superset week, we superset back with chest, and this is the best classic way of working out. Arnold, Franco, Frank Zane, etc. from the golden era used to do this. And as you just saw, I did the T-bar row, and then I walk straight over, which is a back exercise, and then I walk straight over to the bench press. And this is just, when you do the T-bar row, you stretch out your chest a bit. And when you do the bench press, you stretch out your back a bit. And it just has a synergy effect, a constant flushing of both muscle groups, which gives you the best upper body pump you can imagine. And then Wednesday comes around, and that's another superset day. And this time it's the arms, the triceps and the biceps. And as you can see, because it's me personally, I start out with the triceps because I want to work on the triceps and then hit the biceps. And usually I would now do biceps and triceps, and then the next time I would do triceps and biceps, but I'm starting out with the triceps the entire time until they catch up to my biceps. So if your arms are pretty balanced, you can just keep switching over triceps and biceps, but for me that is not the case. So as you saw, I like doing some basic classic exercises like the French press or the skull crusher for the triceps, and then another classic exercise for the biceps, the simple dumbbell curl, and turning the wrists inward, of course, when I go up, trying not to move the body as much, really making the biceps do all the work so you can not choose a heavy weight on this. As you see, the dumbbells are pretty light, probably 10 to 12 kilos, but you can make it heavy by doing them with strict form. And this week there's not a separate shoulder day, so I split up the side delts and the rear delts throughout the workouts of the week. So on this arm day, I like ending the workout with some side delt exercises. And as always, the side lateral raise, and maybe I add some wide grip upright rows, but the side lateral raise with the dumbbells is my go-to exercise for the side delts. Now the next day, on a Thursday, we hit the quads and the hamstrings and the calves, just as we did last week. So again, I do not change the legs because they need the consistent work to grow. And one week I'd like to start with laying leg curls, but this week I like starting with seated leg curls, but I normally like to do both in one exercise anyway. And after pumping up the hamstrings, I like to do a stiff leg deadlift with either the barbell or, as you can see here, the dumbbell. And before these hamstring exercises, I again did two basic quad exercises to start the workout off with, like the back squat or a hack squat, with the dumbbell lunge afterwards, and ending this workout with two calf exercises. And then it's Friday, which is a chest day. And on this day I like starting with, I usually like starting with an incline movement for the upper chest, because we all know we cannot get the upper chest big enough to complement our lower chest. So, starting out with the incline barbell press, the incline bench press, really lowering it down, wide grip, stretch out the pecs, and then following it up with the incline military press. And if you do this right, you can really hit the pectoral muscles rather than just the shoulder muscles, the front delts. And right now, during this exercise, I can really feel the upper pec stretch out, and the stretch is what you want to feel. You want to feel that burning sensation, and then you know that you're doing it right and making that chest grow. And then I like to do some rear delts. We already hit the side delts earlier this week, so now it's time to hammer those posterior delts. And I would normally do one or two exercises and really do quite a lot of volume to pump up those little stubborn muscles. So doing 4 sets of 15 to 12 reps on reverse dumbbell flies right here, and I might end off with 4 sets of face pulls to finish off those rear delts. And then the last day, guys, the Saturday, triceps and biceps and the traps. Again, starting out with the triceps and then hitting the biceps superset style. Flushing both muscle groups over and over, especially here. It is really visible, so I just finished doing these tricep push downs and now I'm moving over to the cable curls and watch this. When I flex my biceps, the triceps is extended or stretched, and when I flex my triceps, the bicep is extended or stretched. So whenever you flex the one muscle, the other muscle is stretched, flushing blood through them constantly, giving you an amazing pump. And lastly, on this day we hit the traps hard, doing barbell shrugs, dumbbell shrugs to finish off the traps. Usually combination of an up movement going straight up and a combination of squeezing backwards for both trap thickness and trap height. Okay, so those were the 2 weeks of my workout split, and now I'm going to show you some of the ab exercises I like to do throughout the week, at least twice a week. So I usually like doing 3 ab exercises, one for the lower abs, one for the upper abs, and one for the obliques to get that razor sharp look when you're cut. Now all of the following exercises are Golden Era approved. And the first exercise is the leg raise. Raising your legs up to your body works the lower abs. And I like doing just about 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps of this without using too much momentum, so really focus on contracting those abs at the top. And the second one I like doing are the rope ab crunches, and this is an exercise I truly recommend. I don't see many people doing it, but it gives a unique feel to the abs when going through the motion. You can actually contract your entire abdominal muscles much more effective than any machine, in my opinion, when squeezing hard at the bottom. But it's mainly for the upper abs. And again, I like doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Let's chop some wood. Let's chop some wood indeed, because this third exercise is called the wood chopper. And it's because it looks like you are chopping wood. So this one is for the obliques, which ties in very well with the serratus muscles when you are at a low body fat percentage, as you can see right here. So doing this twice a week combined with dumbbell pullovers twice a week will get you very far concerning obtaining that golden era physique. So basically I do about 15 reps for each side, contracting the obliques every time. And the important thing about this exercise though is that you work the obliques using a twisting motion. You can also use the stick for the same goal, but I find the wood chopper more effective. The twisting motion is the natural way the muscle is supposed to work, so it won't thicken the waist. In fact, you will carve those deep oblique muscles into your waist rather than outwards. If you would pick a heavy dumbbell and tilt your body to the side and use your obliques to lift it that way to move your body, then you are thickening your waist, and unfortunately many people do it. So I would advise against it. This workout split was for lean bulking, and of course when I have put out the workout split for lean bulking, I have to put the video out for lean bulking as well. That video is coming soon. Then I'll keep working on posting workout videos, of course, more nutrition videos, supplement videos coming, a lot more coming, classic posing videos coming, so there's a lot of content coming your way. And I want to thank you guys a lot for watching. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your likes, all your messages through Facebook, really motivating me. And when I go to expos, I meet people who watch the videos, also amazing responses, amazing feedback. So I want to thank you guys for that. And it just motivates me to keep pushing out more and more, which I will. So thank you for watching, and always remember to stay golden. And I'm gonna explain everything to you in this video why I chose to do so. And during the cutting phase I used to do muscle groups twice a week, and now except for legs I do everything once a week. I believe in lean bulking that you really should focus on building the muscle rather than overworking the muscle too much. So for the ones who don't really care for the long explanation, I'm just putting the two images of my workouts. Hey guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics. It's all about classic bodybuilding here. So I'm going to show you my workout split, which has been altered a little bit compared to last time, because last time I was cutting and now I am lean bulking. And the main difference is that the volume is a little less. Added a shoulder day, and I'm still keeping in the superset day. Lunges, leg extensions and calves on this day. And the rep scheme is about 10 to 12 on the heavy compounds and about 15 reps on the lighter exercises. So now Tuesday comes around and now we hit the back. And I combine this with traps and also triceps. I really want to use this period of lean bulking to work on my weak points, as everyone should. And triceps hurt. And I train legs twice a week on Monday and Thursday, and right now it's the only main muscle group I train twice a week year round. And I put most emphasis on the body parts I like to increase in size, which my legs cannot get enough of. So on a Monday I do the basic movements, as you can see, like back squats, going as deep as I can, aiming to go deeper every time. And I also like doing hack squats. Split it's 2 weeks, right here, right now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Week number 1. So we start out with week 1, and as always I like starting out the week with legs. My weak part